Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Entang Siti Fatimah. NIM 192202153. From A2 2019, I would like to take this opportunity to deliver the message of my research proposal. The title is Teaching Vocabulary Through WhatsApp Group. Let me begin by explaining the background of my research proposal. Vocabulary is a fundamental component in mastering English, either in spoken or written English. Learning a language will never be successful without having a lot of vocabulary. Having a lot of vocabulary can support students in mastering English. Mastering English is a chance for English teachers. Teachers should be consider with having students to learn how to learn the way of active learning of English as a foreign language in their education. Susan 2017. The next slide, see research question. Besides on the introductions, there are two research problem formula in this research. They are: first, how are the scenario and implementation of teaching vocabulary using mnemonics method? 2. How is the student's response to the use of mnemonics method in teaching vocabulary? The next slide, the objective of the research. Objective of the research have specific relation with research questions, where this part exists as the goals of the research. Research presents the goal from this research below. 1. To investigate the scenario and implementations of teaching vocabulary using mnemonics method. 2. To investigate the students and teachers' response to the use of mnemonic method in teaching vocabulary. E. Significance of the research. This research is expected to have benefit for teacher and students. For the teachers, motivates English teacher to use mnemonic method in the teaching process. For the students are motivated and chance to develop their creativity. Next slide. Our definition of the key terms. To avoid mistake and misunderstandings, terms and content of the tone this study, it is necessary to define the key terms used in this study. 1. Vocabulary is one of the important elements of the fundamental parts of language to make it easier for us to understand and apply language, especially English in the form of spoken and written language, because without vocabulary we can't quite understand or speak when communicate with other people. The next, Z. Literature review. Teaching vocabulary. According to Browman in Simanjuntak 2017, there are 5 methods in teaching vocabulary. 1. Mnemonics keyboard methods encoding words. 2. Cognitive strategy instructions semantic mapping. 3. Meanings of words parts prefix instructions. 4. Vocabulary practice activity. Flashcards, dears, bars, quizzing, and games. Next slide. H method and research produced. Research method This research uses descriptive qualitative. This research is used to abilize the extents to which students learn about vocabulary in learning English. Especially by using this mnemonic keywords method, research schedule research present the planning for the research in a table below. Qualitative and descriptive research methods have been very common procedure for conducting research in many disciplines, including education, psychology, and social science. Nazis 2015. A subject of the research. This study uses assessment as a research instrument. Assessments consist of vocabulary and creativity. This research will be conducted in junior high school in Chipende. The respondents of this study were in grade 7 in junior high school for the 2020 until 2021 school years. The research instruments. Instruments of this research are A. Interview. Interview is the activity where the research asks the student opinions and their feelings toward the teaching technique and their difficult thoughts using that technique. B. Questionnaire. The questionnaire provides the opportunity for students to express opinions and create ideas about learning vocabulary using the mnemonic keywords method. C. Assessment. The assessment was carried out to find out the result and make conclusions about teaching vocabulary using the mnemonic method through WhatsApp group with scientific approach. Procedure of data analysis. In this study, researchers used several instruments to answer research questions. 1. RQ. 1 collects data about the implementation and scenario to be mapped down by using observations. Observation will be assessed based on the activity in the RVV. Free activity means activity and false activity relates to the stage in learning a scientific approach. 2. Collect data for report on the result of observation about the learning vocabulary using the mnemonic keyword method using the Google Classroom applications. Thank you. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.